you're like me, nothing beats a great comedy movie. But truly great comedy movies, ones that really make you laugh, I feel are quite rare. I thought today let's take a look back at the last 25 years and see which movie was the funniest from each year. Comedy, however, is quite subjective and it's quite a broad genre. So for the purposes of this video, I'm making my picks based on which movie made me haha the most, not just purely based on whether the movie comes up as comedy under genre. Not only will I make my own pick, but I've also asked ChatGPT to give me a movie each year based off of some sort of general consensus, and those will not follow the same haha rule I set for myself. And be sure to drop your favorite comedies that made you laugh over the last 25 years. I'm ready to get into some heated discussions in the chat about which ones are the best from each year. Without further ado, let's start with the turn of the century, 2000. Now this year didn't really deliver that many great comedy movies. To me, Dude, Where's My Car or Charlie's Angels missed the cut, and really I'm between two movies, Scary Movie and Meet the Parents. Very close between the two, but the haha value is just higher with Scary Movie.
Yo.
What's up?
This movie is so unhinged, random, and infinitely quotable. Total modern classic. I definitely still pull a "what's up" now and then. ChatGPT says Meet the Parents, so I feel like we leave 2000 well-rounded here. 2001, I feel we have more options. Some honorable mentions straight off the bat: Zoolander and Bridget Jones' Diary. Solid, but not quite there. Scary Movie 2 is also super solid, but I'm left with two candidates in the end: Shrek and American Pie 2. Now, Shrek is a certified banger, and the memes are hot, but to me it doesn't come with as many haha moments as American Pie 2.
Oh! Come on, give the little guy some support!
And I have gigantic balls!
Hey, come back!
I feel this franchise needs some love. The chemistry is unreal between these five classic friends, and the shenanigans that happened in this movie are incredible. From mixing up the lube with the super glue, and the impromptu band camp performance that goes horribly wrong, and last but not least, Stifler riffing at the highest level. ChatGPT chose Shrek here, so once again, both deserved winners here. 2002. This one is one of the drier years around this time, no real standouts to me, so I think personal bias will creep in a little more than usual here. We can start by mentioning Ali G. It's the start of an incredible career for Sacha Baron Cohen, but you can tell that it's his first. Jackass, while quite funny, is still a forced format to me. Van Wilder hands you an early Ryan Reynolds, which is good, but not great, so I'm left with the childhood nostalgia kicking in here. I'm gonna go for Scooby-Doo.
I'm Mary Jane.
Like, that is my favorite name.
Really?
Yeah.
Far from the most haha movie on the list today, but darn, this cast, especially Matthew Lillard, gives me smiles and laughs all the way through. And ChatGPT went with My Big Fat Greek Wedding, which most likely is a more respectable choice than mine, but Scooby-Doo. Before we continue, let me take a brief moment to talk about our sponsor for this video, likes.no. This is a new social platform which is a place where you can see how popular things are. You can build your profile by rating things out of 5 stars and see how you compare to others. There are polls, rankings, statistics, personalized feeds, and lots of fun to be had. If you ever wonder, for example, what's more liked, iCarly or Drake and Josh or Nike or Adidas, you can go see it on likes.no. Be sure to check it out and join the fun. It's all free. Now back to the video. 2003 has some interesting choices. You have a wholesome comedy like Love Actually or School of Rock, or an overrated movie like Elf, or an underrated movie like Cheaper by the Dozen, or a wild card like Old School. However, I'm gonna go for the truly underrated gem that is American Wedding.
Jim, we need a serving dish.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Go!
What? Yeah.
I know, a little bit of repetition, but it's a really funny movie. If you haven't seen it, you gotta. The back and forth between Finch and Stifler is brilliant, and there's just so many outrageous moments here. To me, the funniest movie in the franchise. Literally eating dog shit, meeting the parents gone wrong, and crazy dance-off featuring the dad from Good Luck Charlie, just to name a few of the highlights. ChatGPT went with a solid School of Rock. Jack Black gets some love. In 2004, unfortunately for me, we are spoiled with choice. I'm going to riff off a bunch of honorable mentions: Scooby-Doo 2, Euro Trip, Mean Girls, SpongeBob Movie, Starsky and Hutch, White Chicks, Meet the Fockers, even Napoleon Dynamite, damn it. However, I am going to go for Stay Classy San Diego, AI went with Mean Girls. In 2005, there isn't too much going on, honestly, and I'll just go straight for the throat. The 40-year-old version is great.
Here's my number, so
All right.
so just anytime.
Why do I need your number if you're across the street, though?
I don't really have a good answer for that, Andy.
Steve Carell smashes this one out of the park like he usually does, and the concept sets up for consistency in the haha. ChatGPT agrees. Same scenario in '06, however, my pick here is my favorite comedy movie ever. Borat, Cultural Learnings of America to make benefit glorious nation of Kazakhstan.
What's up with that vanilla face? Me and my homie Azamat just parked our slab outside. We're looking for somewhere to post up our black asses for the night. So bang bang, skeet skeet, nigga.
This movie is impactful, unique, and manages to build a story in the real world in a way that's never been done before.
High five.
This expose embarrassed two nations at once and caused a real controversy on the government level. A true classic and masterpiece, and most importantly, non-stop laughs. And ChatGPT agrees. Let's keep this train rolling. 2007, no contest again. My pick here is Superbad.
Let you pick any name you want when you get down there.
And you landed on McLovin.
Yeah, I was between that and Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book.
This movie is a unique production that captures that high school vibe really raw in a way that many movies have since tried to recreate but always fall flat. Two buds having a wild yet at the same time not wild couple days. It's super quotable, raw, and very funny. That fake ID has definitely gone down in comedy history. McLovin forever. ChatGPT agrees, 3 times in a row now. 2008 has a handful of good but not great comedy movies. I considered Tropic Thunder or Semi-Pro, but I ended up between Step Brothers and Zohan, and while ChatGPT went for Step Brothers, I always thought that the movie was a bit too silly. I watched Zohan for the first time recently, and oh boy, what a crazy movie that is. I thought Borat crossed the line. Adam Sandler goes all out on the religious comedy here, and it's filled with dark laughs and absurd humor. Now, rounding off the double O's, 2009 was not very difficult, but there's a lot of movies I enjoy here. The physical comedy of Paul Blart is a modern classic MO, Zombieland is a fun zombie comedy, and Adventureland is a great comedy that's very underrated, but not quite haha enough. I think the obvious choice for 2009 has to be Hangover. Someone really creative wrote this because it's so wild and random, and the characters and cast fit in so perfectly. Between Mike Tyson's tiger, a kidnapping, getting married with a prostitute, stealing cop cars, just to name a few of the occurrences in the movie, this is really one of the greats, and ChatGPT is in agreement. 2010 is filled with options, and unlike 2009, this time I'm going to go for the physical comedy Grown Ups.
Too high! This was a mistake! I can't let go! I'm too scared!
This movie is a blast to watch with these grown men with their families try to recreate some of that youthful fun. Adam Sandler here along with some of the greats in the genre. Really fun movie with plenty of laugh out loud moments for the whole family, and some honorable mentions for 2010 would be Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but the book is funnier, and The Other Guys, a close second. ChatGPT went with Easy A. My favorite movie from 2011 is Cabin in the Woods, and while that is a comedy kinda, it's not a haha one. So I decided to go for Hangover 2 or Johnny English Reborn. Very 50-50, but since we already had a Hangover movie, I'll go for Johnny English Reborn. Not because it's a better movie, but because it makes me laugh more.
So when's the Prime Minister going to grace us with his presence?
I'm the Prime Minister.
You can't really go wrong with Rowan Atkinson. Another physical comedy for sure, and ChatGPT chose Bridesmaids. 2012 is just spoiled with options, but unfortunately for the other movies, 21 Jump Street isn't this year, and that's just one of my favorite movies of all time.
I'm really freaked out about going back to high school.
Hey! Stop fucking with Korean Jesus. He busy with Korean shit.
Schmidt and Jenko are the best duo on the TV screen, and seeing those two experience a modern high school just hits. The vibes are truly immaculate, and ChatGPT is here with me. 2013 is populated with great options, and this was a harder choice, but I'm going to go with one of my favorites again, The Wolf of Wall Street.
FBI!
While I know this isn't necessarily a comedy movie, I laugh more here than I do in most other movies. The crazy real-life inspired drugged up antics make for potentially the most exciting movie out there. The Donnie plus Belfort duo is hysterical, and it's matched with perfect narration from DiCaprio as well to add to that humor. ChatGPT chose At World's End, a movie I'm actually not familiar with, but if I were to give a second place this year, it would probably go to We're the Millers. 2014 will show just how much I loved 21 Jump Street, because here I'll go for 22 Jump Street. These movies are pretty on par with the humor, and you could argue that this one is even more memorable with the "My name's Jeff" and Schmidt dating the captain's daughter. Wanted to also give a shout out to the underrated In-Betweeners 2, not a masterpiece or anything, but that movie made me howl. ChatGPT chose The Grand Budapest Hotel, which is a really odd choice, honestly. 2015 from a glance might seem like an empty year, however there's a truly underrated movie this year, Vacation.
So, do you like school this year? That's seriously what you sound like, just shut up.
I love this one. This family road trip is filled with laughs. I love the relationship between the two brothers because the younger one is the one that bullies the older one. Ed Helms is also perfect in this role, awesome movie, and ChatGPT goes for Spy. I feel from here on out there are generally starting to be less comedy movies being made, and good ones are few and far in between. Let's try to pick the best ones though, quickfire. In 2016, Deadpool stands out, a challenger mixing this superhero and edgy comedy genre very well, AI agrees. 2017 might be the worst year for comedies on this list. Death of Stalin is an intelligent one but not haha, and you know this year is cooked when you have to go for something like Daddy's Home 2. ChatGPT found The Big Sick. 2018, Deadpool 2 or Blockers could be obvious choices here, but I really like the underrated When We First Met. It's a fun movie. AI goes for a really mid movie, in my opinion, Game Night. 2019 has some satire gems like ChatGPT's bet, Jojo Rabbit, or a movie like The Art of Self-Defense. However, haha, I'll go for Long Shot, it's decent. 2020 is actually quite a fun year for comedies. I'm having a hard time deciding between Will Ferrell's Eurovision and Borat 2. I think Eurovision takes the edge slightly, and AI says Palm Springs. I haven't seen that one, but it looks good. I said 2017 was bad. Well, 2021 is definitely worse actually. Not surprising, I guess, with the pandemic and all. I genuinely don't have anything I would recommend here, and I'll choose Love Hard. Maybe ChatGPT's option of Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar could be a good one. It's on my watch list now. Like 2019, 2022 comes with some more serious comedies like Triangle of Sadness, kind of a comedy, The Menu, kind of, not really, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really like Triangle of Sadness, super movie, so I'm gonna go with that one, although it's not really a haha movie. And AI says Everything Everywhere, da 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 da. 2023, otherwise known as the year of Barbenheimer, will go in that direction. Barbie provides some good laughs, but nothing special. Love Ken's discovery of the patriarchy, and AI agrees. And ultimately, 2024, comedy feels like it might be starting to kick again. I had a good time watching a good few of these, and I'll go for John Cena and Zac Efron's team up on Nikki Sta Nikki. ChatGPT is actually undecided here, but it mentions Bottoms, which I'm not sure if that came out in 23 or 24. That brings us to the end of this video. Please let me know your picks, and also let me know if you want more content like this, and please be sure to check out likes.no, where you can rate your favorite movies and see what others think of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see ya in the next video.